Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Kyle Steele and Joe Young stopped by this week for the first of a two-parter to promote Joe Young's comedy shows and the Nicolas Cage Movie Review Hour podcast. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, now it's official. Now this is officially the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. All that stuff before, nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. Anyway, we're this is an awkward feeling Wednesday, isn't it?
We just got right into it.
We just got
didn't
right
even buy
into
me a drink
it.
first.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, it's like there's no intro because the intro was before. It's like all that. We had a half-hour intro to this show.
Oh,
today.
wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh.
Doesn't that make you feel important? I'm sitting in here with two people I haven't introduced yet.
Are you gonna
And I didn't say
us?
I was going to. Comedian Kyle Steele is in with the and podcaster Joe Young. Switch that. Joe Young is in with Kyle Steele. Kyle Steele with the Nicolas Cage Movie Review Hour podcast. I couldn't even think of the name of it.
You are struggling today, Don.
I am struggling today. I was just
Do you
on
need Joe to take over?
We were just recording an episode of your podcast Sunday night, and I was just hanging flyers here at Wright State for your show, and I couldn't think of the name of it.
Yep. It's hard to remember.
I read it like 15 times as I was hanging up flyers for it, and I can't remember it.
Well, it's not a very self-explanatory name. It's called the Nicolas Cage Movie Review Hour, and
right. It has nothing to do with what you actually do, which is you sit down for an hour and review a Nicolas Cage movie.
yeah, so it's really hard to remember.
Yeah, it is.
I get it.
Yeah. Joe Young is also sitting there quietly, and he's staring at me like he wants to kill me.
No, I don't want to kill you. I just want you dead.
You just okay. So
I don't
you don't
wanna
want to
do
do
it.
it. You just
Yeah.
want it to
No.
happen.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
House of Cards style. He wants somebody else to take control.
Okay. Well, I understand that. I understand. There's a lot of people that if I had ways to have them die, they wouldn't be here anymore.
All right,
This is a great start to the
This
show.
is a good start.
Yeah. That wasn't a threat to you
dark.
guys. You guys
Yeah.
are all right.
I love everybody except Dawn.
Yeah. Joe's full of love. That's
But no,
at
thank
least
you.
that.
Thank you for having me. I always have fun on the show, so I appreciate it.
We're here to change that today.
All right.
He winked when he finished saying that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. He winks a lot. I think it's the chemo.
what he has this thing where one eye blinks at a time, so it looks like he's winking, but really it's just he's amphibious.
Yes.
Got to be careful around here. Like we're so old compared to these college girls. It's like I don't want to wink on my way in here. They're like, "Oh my god, there's an old man winking at me."
Well, listen, they think that anyway, for sure.
Well, they just assume that's a tick. That's
Okay,
a nervous
good.
tick that you have.
It's better than me. They think that it's Al Borland winking at him. So
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, you do kind of look like it. Yeah,
I look like a fatter, uglier Al Borland.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Similar jeans, but no plaid.
No play.
Yeah, well, that's what you need. You need the plaid and the tool belt.
Sure.
That
I
would
got the tool
make
belt
you
covered, but
that would make you the full package.
It makes sense because your podcast partner is Tim, and you could just say,
Yes.
"I don't think so, Tim."
exactly.
Right.
If you don't think that was by design, then you don't understand me.
Okay, well,
That was all
Yeah,
by
you
design.
would define somebody named
I
Tim.
knew that I
would be
vaguely
willing.
looked
Yeah.
like Al Borland, so I said, I got to find a Tim for the show.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
and
You need to find a Heidi.
yes,
On it.
Okay.
and you needed to find a Tim. I need to find a doctor based on just me.
Yes. Well, yeah, based on appearances.
I know
That
Retro
we-
has a good medical school, so I'll be heading over there.
There you
That way,
go.
if you guys want to check me out,
Where?
that's where we are, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Who?
Who? Like, yeah, this is a weird Wednesday. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't know. You tell me, Don. You're in control.
I started a half hour early and it just threw me off. Even though I was only talking on a pre-recorded version, I had to be here, and that's
You were working
think
hard when
that's-
I got here. You were
Yeah.
sweating. I don't know
You
why.
were.
I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that or there's
fat
you
guys
might need
sweat a
that
lot,
medical
yeah,
school that
yeah.
Joe was just talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah, we'll go over there together, Joe.
Yeah.
You may have to carry me.
I'm fine. So yeah.
Okay, well, Kyle's fine.
I feel great.
If Joe and I keel over, he's going to continue with the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, sure.
so what do we want to talk about, guys? I mean, I know this is my show and everything, but I really didn't come prepared today.
Well, let's start with, I don't know if anybody ever calls in, but let me tell you something.
It has happened.
If you're listening or being forced to listen in some sort of weird detention that colleges have, and you're listening to this, which is probably the only way you listen.
Or if you're just wandering the
exactly.
halls.
Yes, or if you're wandering the halls out there, let me tell you, am I crazy for thinking it smells like fertilizer outside?
It does smell bad.
And I live in Beaver Creek, and all the way down by the green, and it smelled there too. And I was really worried it was me, and I hope it's not.
I live on a fertilizer farm, and so I can confirm it's definitely smells like fertilizer.
Okay.
Like currently?
I do not.
Okay,
No,
I was going to say because I didn't
Don,
remember that.
you've
when
been
we,
to my house.
Yeah, I know. That's what I didn't remember that.
I live smack dab in the middle of Kettering.
Yeah.
I live across from a shopping plaza, so I'm pretty sure I couldn't live any more away from a fertilizer farm. First of all, is that even a thing?
Fertilizer farm?
I'd imagine it is, right?
Yeah, well,
because you got to make it.
Well, I think it comes from animals.
Yeah, any kind of livestock farm
so it's
pretty
just a
much
farm.
comes with its own
so a fertilizer farm
yes.
and a farm, they
It's a farm.
double.
We don't do
Right,
anything but collect their poop.
A fertilizer farm is a farm in disguise.
Right. That's deep.
That blow your mind? Is that that good enough to make Twitter?
No.
Did I just make
Not
Joe
even,
Young's Twitter?
No,
Yeah.
not even close.
Oh, man.
My Twitter's way worse.
That's my goal.
than that. I've just got
You had a viral tweet.
a viral
What?
tweet.
You do. I think you had a tweet that I would consider pretty viral in
I thought that's
comparison
what
to your
you
other
were talking
tweets.
about,
Oh,
going to
thank
the
you.
doctor.
Yeah.
It hasn't gone there yet, but hopefully
No,
it catches
listen,
on.
it was in comparison to your other tweets that's viral,
Okay.
which is your pinned tweet.
So there's
Yeah.
like 4 likes and a retweet. is what-
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Gotcha.
hot day for me.
That
It
is.
If I
That
get-
is.
I thought it was, it's pretty good. It was like 100 retweets,
Okay.
isn't it? It's up there. It's the therapist one.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's my pinned tweet.
That's
yeah.
your pinned tweet. And
Yeah.
it's doing well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's doing well.
Congratulations on
Speaking
your
of,
tweet.
of Twitter, if you guys like Twitter, I'm at Joe Young Comedy. Since we're talking about it,
You can
We're
find me
plugging
at Nick Cage Pod or Loudmouth MMA.
There you go.
You can find me somewhere.
But no,
at Don Smith Comedy.
Yeah,
You
don't
can,
worry
you
about
can,
that.
You can
Just
ignore
follow
my
Joe and I.
tweets just like everybody else. Follow Joe's. He's viral.
Or
That's
if you
why-
follow mine, I tend to retweet Joe a lot because I think he's really funny.
Oh,
right,
thank
right,
you.
right.
But no,
I don't think I've ever retweeted Joe.
I love Joe's Twitter. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
I'm going to
you.
have to check it out because I follow you on Twitter. I just don't look at Twitter very often.
that's okay. No, it's fine. Oh, the reason I brought it up is I just got an Amazon Echo,
Okay, sure.
and you can have Alexa, which is the assistant or whatever she talks to. You can have her read your Twitter.
Oh wow.
And so I just said, Alexa, read my Twitter, and she would just read it with the most flat, monotone voice ever.
Which is a perfect delivery for
Yeah,
what you're tweeting.
and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And
You should do a video.
I should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than I could
Hook
perform
up
my
with
jokes.
Luke. Hook up with Luke. Get a video done.
Do it. Yeah, okay. Let's do
yeah.
that. But yeah, if you have an Amazon Echo, make it read your tweets. It's very funny, and it can do a lot of weird stuff. I'm not promoting it. Don't buy it if you don't want to, but or whatever. But they're not paying me.
the live
Right,
comedy show now sponsored by Amazon, right? So
The live comedy show is sponsored by no one, and I like to keep it that way because
Okay.
I hate money.
okay, sure.
And the way this college is going,
You look like you hate money.
Well,
so that makes a lot of sense.
I did buy into a comedy club, so clearly,
So clearly you hate money.
clearly I'm not a fan. It's like, hey, I have this. Take it away from me.
Yeah.
I want nothing in return.
And I want to make sure that nothing ever comes back.
ooh, that's I won't
Too
touch
real?
that one.
Was that too real?
You know, they're gonna pay me to work there this weekend, so I'm not gonna
Oh,
touch that one.
That's what you
Maybe.
think.
That's what. Yeah. Good luck. Good
We'll
luck, Joe.
see. I'm there. This
What-
weekend.
what's this
we're
weekend?
good right now. All of our bills are paid. The
Very nice.
We've been lucky.
So
We've
that's
been
step
able,
zero. So
but that's
good luck with step one.
Yeah, that's the beginning. Is
Yeah.
getting out of the hole that we were in. Where are you going over there?
I'm not trying to go
Yep,
anywhere. but
Kyle's
apparently
down.
I'm
He's
too
the
fat
only
for the
healthy
chair.
one in the studio, and he's on the floor now.
It's trying to get me unhealthy. No, I think I'm too fat for most chairs. So this one was not excluded from that.
You
Yeah,
were
I know- I
fine until
know
you ate that
feeling.
pizza.
That's what it
Yeah.
pushed me over the edge.
Yep, that was the pizza that broke the chair.
Unfortunately.
So, Joe,
Yeah,
how you been, man?
I'm all right,
All
Don.
right. See, this is
Doing
a low
well.
energy show. That's,
Yeah, no,
What's
that's
happening
okay.
this weekend, by the way?
Oh, this weekend I'm going to be hosting over at Wiley's Comedy Joint.
Very cool.
Or Wiley's Comedy Club.
Or Wiley's Comedy
Wiley's Comedy
Nightclub.
Nightclub, or-
Very, very
Willie's
cool.
Comedy Nightclub.
or
Whatever. Yeah.
Uncle Willie's Laugh-A-Rama, whatever.
or just Wiley's. It's really
It
cool.
is. Let's just say it is so old that if you're listening to this, it's probably as old as your parents,
Yep.
judging by the younger people
clientele,
here.
yep.
The clientele. But it's great. The guy there this weekend, the headliner, his name's Jeff Tate, and that's Jeff spelled as in a hippie Jeff, Geoff.
Yeah, or like old. That's like isn't that like an old spelling?
Joffrey.
Like an old English spelling?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I believe like Geoffrey Chaucer. I think
but he's very funny. You look him up if you want. He's been on Late Night with what's his name? Craig Ferguson.
Is he the one that's on Barstool?
No. That's Todd McComas.
Oh, that's
okay. Yeah, he's going to be there next week.
Yeah, we're not going to promote that show.
No,
No. Well, I will.
That's a much bigger show, so don't promote it.
But no, yeah, Jeff Tate is there this weekend. I'll be there. My friend who got me into comedy, Dan Seabury, he's featuring that weekend. So we get to work together.
I've been wondering who to blame for that.
Yeah. It's my first host weekend at Wiley's, and Dan's featuring, so it's kind of cool. We get to work together.
Awesome.
And Jeff is a very funny guy. I'm really excited about that. So
is he the one? Okay, so I'm 0 for 1.
Making all kinds
Let me see
of
if I can get
guesses.
0 for 2. Is he the police officer?
No,
Nope,
that is also
Thomas.
Todd.
It's also Todd.
You love Todd.
I really want to be Todd. So
Yeah, you really know him.
I love the Pat McAfee show. So that's my my ultimate goal is to be as good at anything as Pat McAfee.
Okay. Well,
So
good luck with that.
So now we know.
Who's that?
Yeah, Pat McAfee used to be the punter for the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, okay.
He is hilarious. I mean, like one of the funniest people that I've ever heard. He has a show called the Pat McAfee Show. He's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, like you need to go check it out.
Yeah, I will have to check that out.
Punter.
Pat McAfee
He's
show.
a punter.
He's on Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
He's a punter. Yeah, he was the punter for Indianapolis Colts.
Huh. I'm like the punter compared to in the comedy world.
Yeah.
I'm like the utility.
Anytime you're definitely special teams.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm the Rudy of the Dayton comedy scene.
Yeah, we all believe in you, though. So
Rudy, what position was Rudy?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the punter, Rudy.
You're the
Rudy punter.
You are.
I'm just gonna kick Rudy.
You are the punter if you couldn't kick.
Yes, and I can't kick. I can't kick. I can't kick it. When people say let's kick it, can't do that. Can't kick things.
Did that make your Twitter?
No, it should.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
In fact,
this should be on.
I
Twitter
stubbed
right
my
now.
toe.
I'm trying to get a gauge.
I stubbed my toe last week, and I called off work. That's how bad I can't kick.
Yeah, all this should be on Twitter. There should be like a Twitter Live, like there's a Facebook
Periscope.
Live.
It's called Periscope.
Nobody
Well,
uses
then that's not
Periscope anymore.
No, it's owned by Twitter.
Oh,
you go to Twitter, hit live, and it connects to Periscope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Hey, listen, Don, this is why you keep me around.
Man,
I'll teach you.
I was trying to make a joke, and you screwed it all up. Thanks a lot, Kyle. I appreciate
You're welcome,
that.
world. I stopped it before it began.
Yep, one more bad joke defeated.
That's what I'm going for.
He's the comedy goalie. Is what they call
the
that.
comedy
There you
goalie.
go.
There it is.
Which I believe is a soccer term. Or maybe football. I'm not quite sure. It depends on your country of origin.
Right, yeah. You never know.
Yes. It's I'm the punter, you're the goalie.
Yep,
we got a whole team going here.
Yep.
Well, you're shortstop, Don, I think.
On the soccer team?
I don't know.
That makes perfect sense to me, actually.
Look, I passed by. I don't know.
If I was going to play soccer, I would have to be shortstop.
I would say that this is getting off the rails if it was ever on the rails.
No, we don't even.
So,
we don't even
you can't
have
get off
rails
of what
anymore.
we don't have a trained car.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
don't. We're just kind of walking along the tracks.
Yeah,
The body style.
yeah. There aren't even tracks. There's just rocks where tracks used to be, and we've been hit by most of them
Oh
already.
boy.
So
This is getting.
if the train
Let's go
ever comes
deeper.
through, we're just
Let's get deeper into this. It goes. We're actually dead.
right. Yeah,
I
we're
wish.
not even airing anymore. They went ahead and just cut the broadcast feed like 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
we
my
just
goodness.
started 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
All
I'm
right.
just kidding. We're out there. We're good.
All right. If you're listening,
we're out
call
there.
in.
We're definitely
Call
out there.
in.
Yeah,
Request-
call in.
Did you hear
Our
this?
phones might
Did
not
Don
work.
tell you the story, or did you listen by chance of when the rapper called in?
No.
I know
You
you're a
didn't-
very
I don't
honest
know.
listener.
I don't know what's
Are
funnier,
you
the fact
kidding
that a
me?
rapper called in, or that you thought I would listen.
Yeah, I
to
thought
the
for
show.
sure you were one of my
I'm
listeners.
not listening
Joe.
right now.
We had four listeners, so I was hoping you were one of them.
A rapper called in.
A rapper called in
What-
Yeah,
what was-
randomly.
to schedule time to
who-
be on
what
the
was
show.
his name?
Oh, I don't remember now.
V3.
V3.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
V3 called in. He called in during the show to schedule an interview for a future date. So we interviewed him impromptu as he
It
called
was
in.
me. It was Scotty and Jess.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
because when he called in, I answered the show. WWSU, you're on the air, and he had no idea what that meant and just kept talking. So, okay.
Whoa.
It was
okay.
pretty great. And then he did a plug for himself, and the
Yeah,
whole
then
thing.
we went
it
ahead
was,
and let him do a
V3.
plug, and
It was exciting.
Isn't that a Monostat V3, I think?
I couldn't tell you.
I
Sorry.
don't know, man. I haven't had a lot of.
I've heard of a V6.
I've heard of a
I
V6.
think that's a.
I could have had a V8.
V8, V6. This guy's V3. He should have gone.
He should have gone
V10.
Well, there is a V12. That is an actual engine.
Yeah.
There's a V12.
Oh, it's cars.
He's a V3. He's not even a 4-cylinder.
No.
Or he's just a 4-cylinder with one cylinder bad, and he's got something knocking. He's probably not running right.
Maybe
these jokes are above my head because I know nothing about cars.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, I drove one here, and that's all I did.
That's about the extent of my knowledge as well.
These aren't even jokes anymore. I'm just randomly spewing out crap. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
My windshield wiper broke, and I sold my car. That's how little I know about them. I was like, hey, it's broken. Take it back.
Every time
really
Joe makes a joke,
yeah.
I'm keeping track. So I got like a little counter over here. Boom, another tick.
Oh, there are ticks?
There are ticks. Okay. That was a joke right there.
Ticks, I've got please.
You
ticks.
got ticks. Yeah.
I've got them all.
Well, you got
there's
that
the fourth joke of the day right there with the ticks.
V3. Wonder why he came up with that.
I don't know.
We should call him and ask him.
Yeah,
V3.
we should have asked him when he had
Did you get his number?
If you're listening.
No, I didn't.
Hey, V.
V.
Just
Can I call
V.
you V? Little
yeah,
V.
Little V.
Lowercase V.
Or it'd be triple V.
DJV.
Wouldn't that be a... I almost said, wouldn't that be a W? That's dumb. It's not how letters work.
A triple V? It'd be a W plus a V.
Upside down M? Nope.
It still doesn't work.
Letters.
Upside down M.
So I don't know sports. I don't know cars. I don't know letters.
You need...
What do you
loosely
know,
know jokes.
What do I know, Joe? I know I hate that phrase. That's what I know.
What do you know, Joe?
I can understand.
What do you know, Joe?
Is that an actual phrase?
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
I didn't know that. I was just
It's
you
like a
said
slogan?
all the things you didn't know.
People
I was
like
just
to
asking.
rhyme. People love rhyming.
Sure.
What do you know, Joe? And
Well, that's not why I did it.
Joe, you're the worst. People say that a lot. I don't know if that's a rhyme.
It's not a rhyme,
Yeah.
but people say it all the time.
Nobody likes
Yeah,
you.
F you, Joe. That's that. I get that a lot when people are talking about you. It can't go. We can't say it over the show.
F
Over
me,
the
please,
air.
somebody.
Which is, yeah.
Was that your Rodney Dangerfield?
That's right.
No
He said
respect.
it. Yeah. I got no respect. I got no effing. Don't F me. Can we say this? I'm saying
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah,
You
you get
can,
tired
I
of
don't know.
effing yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
I think you're effing Don, really. 'Cause His feed.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
I
He's
think
been doing
he
that
could,
since you walked in here.
Looking at Don, he could use a little less feed.
That's true. That's true. That's
Nailed
true.
it. Is that the?
True.
I tallied it. Don't. Joe, you
another-
don't have to
yeah,
tally. I'll
yeah.
tally
Turn
for
around
you.
and talk to the people walking. Hey guys,
Yeah,
you're
might
welcome
as
back
well.
to the radio
This is-
station. See you later.
This is like a bad open mic today.
Basically,
I
yeah.
have done a lot of. Everyone I'm on is a bad open mic.
Well, I was about to say, if anyone
Well,
even
yeah,
wonders
just
why
like
I don't do
every
an open
mic you're on.
look,
is your-
look how my wife's calling me.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Well, put her on the air. She can call in here,
Justine, I like
775-5555.
Well,
She
I'll
can
go
get
ahead
right
and answer the phone as I'm on the radio. Hello,
Good.
Justine.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, put her on speakerphone so we can at least all hear the
All right,
conversation.
well,
somebody
you're
has
on speakerphone,
Domino's.
Justine.
Hi,
Say
hi,
hello.
Justine. How's it going?
Hello. I forgot you were doing the radio today. Sorry.
Well, don't worry.
Yeah,
Everyone
we all
else
forgot.
too. So
We all forgot he was doing the radio today. You're all right.
all right.
It's
I'll call you
not
back.
rude to take a phone call during an interview.
No, of course not. No,
That's
all right.
okay. That's okay. That's what we do here. If I got a phone call right
That was
now,
the most
I'd probably
exciting
just
thing
leave
that'll
the room
happen
and
this
take
entire
it.
time.
It
so.
is. It
I've
is.
been waiting-
So
I'm
you're welcome.
excited for
So
you.
you're welcome.
I've been waiting for
excited
somebody
for
to
you.
call me this whole time.
Yeah. You've been waiting
That's
for
why. That's
Justine
why
to
he
call
got a
you.
phone,
or-
and it just never happens.
It's only been 19 minutes. This
Yeah.
is
Wow.
So she forgot you were on the air. She's not listening to the show.
She can't. She is in Cincinnati right now, so she can't get it. She could do it online, but I doubt the stream would be great with her traveling around.
I do have a weak stream.
That's the funniest thing that's got said all day. So that's
It
good.
is.
yeah. Well, that's it for me.
That's it. Joe's leaving. Thanks
Joe,
for stopping by.
Hit the piano.
Something.
Let's play him out.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to do. I'm going to do something.
I hope you have 100
Probably.
news articles to try to fill in this time. So.
Yeah, well, I do. I got plenty. I don't know about 100, but I'm hoping. Something happens.
Go ahead and just throw on some Pottersfield, and we'll just.
Yeah, that's
Let's
what I'm
go
going to
from
do.
there.
The rest of the show, I'm
I
just
gotta-
going to play music.
I guess I got to ask. I've heard about this. Everybody's talking to college kids are snowflakes.
Yeah.
Is that why there are snowflakes on the window?
Yes.
There is,
It is?
which is
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
That has
those
to be
are
what they
some
were
kind
trying
of
to do.
Christmas decorations. It's just
Okay.
yeah.
Well, all right. I'm
Do you want us
glad
to
that
read
they're allowed
questions out of
to.
the pumpkin?
those
'Cause
I'm
are-
that
surprised
was
they're
a lot
allowed
of
to
fun.
decorate because everybody's so peaceful.
Yeah, that's
now.
what
Yeah.
we should have done. We should have kept the pumpkin and pulled
Can
more
we talk
things out of
about
it.
the PC-ness?
The what?
The PC-ness.
what?
Can we talk about the PC-ness of college?
I've got
PC-ness.
I've got a big PC-ness.
Yeah, but much more C than P, though. That's it. don't even know what that means, but Joe almost spit his water
At this
out.
point, we're just talking.
Yeah.
We're just yelling out letters.
This is the worst show I've ever done.
The thing is, if anyone's listening to this, it's their fault.
Exactly.
You put this on yourself.
Yeah, we're just here.
We set
You're
no
the ones choosing to do
so,
this.
I mean,
yes.
we're living up to that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and do the comedy rundown and play some Potter's Field and probably run out the door and not come back. Here's this week's Here's this week's comedy rundown brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in downtown Dayton's historic Oregon district. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. See, I managed to get that out, didn't I?
Never mind.
Go ahead, Joe. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that I can.
Don't hold
I
it
can
in.
Don, you're doing a
tell
great job.
You care about the financial stability of that club.
You're doing a really good job.
It's been all goofs, and then it comes to business. Hey,
he's-
Exactly. I don't mess around when it
He
comes
had
to
a
messing
shirt on the
around.
whole time, and he took it off and threw on a tie, and then he just started going into
Just
it.
the tie. Just the
tie. No,
yeah, and I wasn't
I
around
said
my
it how I
neck.
wanted to say it.
All right. Friday and Saturday, December 1st and 2nd, Jeff Tate will be at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street with Joe Young hosting.
Don't let me scare you off by being terrible on here. I'm much better on stage because you don't have to. I'm only there for 5 minutes. This is already
Right, much better.
Right. Yeah,
better
this is already. I'm done. There's
It's a dumpster fire.
I think I just lost my weekend.
yeah. Forget it.
We're gonna go with
Friday
different
through
direction.
Sunday, December 1st through the 3rd, Greg Morton's going to be at the Dayton Funny Bone, and Sunday, December 3rd, the Comics Hang and Workshop at the there's at least 2 comics hanging in here. Comics Hang and Workshop at Wiley's at 5 p.m., followed by Wiley Sunday Comics at 8 p.m. with all your favorite locals. Or at least the locals anyway. I don't know who are your favorites. That is it. As always, check out wileyscomedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows. Also, be sure to check out the Unwritten Podcast from Dayton Writers Movement, available at unwrittenpodcast.com. Now, I'm going to get the heck out of here. Here's just some Potter's Field.
Are you into making music, videos, or podcasts? Are you a local comedic talent in need of some much-needed publicity? Are you a behind-the-scenes professional interested in audio-video production, graphic design, and public relations? Eventide Entertainment is actively seeking talents, clients, and professionals to help our business grow into something truly special. And we want you to be one of those. For more information, go to facebook.com/Eventide Entertainment or send us an email at eventideent@gmail.com.
All right, we are back on the Life Radio Show, the most exciting radio show I've ever been a part of.
Me too.
Me too.
You lying sons. Anyway, I guess it's good to be back. This your host Don Smith, the Life Radio Show. I'm in here with Joe Young and Kyle Steele. So great to have you guys in. You seem much more pumped than you did the first 20 minutes of the show. You seem like we're really ready to go now.
I couldn't be more ready.
I've never been more ready in my life.
Yeah.
This is
I
the
don't
life.
think I've ever been more ready for anything.
Readier
Than for anything other than a nap. I think that's what I'm ready for right now. But we can't sleep on the air.
I keep getting weird texts from Tim. So
Well, read them.
oh no, they're like pictures. He sent me a picture of his nipple.
Well, hell.
I think that's what Matt Lauer did.
Yeah.
Current events.
I think he's
Current
good.
events.
Boom.
Nailed it.
Yep, we were going to talk about news. Thank you, Joe. First news story
Nailed
is
it.
not about him. California's licensed marijuana business owners are now able to purchase commercial insurance.
Matt Lauer?
For the first time, with Matt Lauer. For the first time from an admitted provider, the state insurance commissioner announced on last Thursday, Golden Bear Insurance Company was approved to begin offering commercial insurance to state legal cannabis businesses earlier last week. Insurance Commissioner Dave Jones hopes to grow the number of admitted providers in the state, saying that consumers who visit cannabis businesses, workers who work there, businesses who sell products to or rent property to cannabis businesses, and the investors, owners, and operators of cannabis. This is an exciting news story.
Woo!
It's like whatever.
Moving
man.
on.
It's like whatever.
Hey,
No, that's
man,
good.
we can get insurance now, man.
That's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah.
It is.
A lot of
It
those
is,
companies, even though it's legal in their state because of the federal regulations,
Because of the federal, they
can't
still
even
rate
use
them and shut
banks.
them down.
And-
They can't use banks.
Well, and what
Everything
happens
has
is
to be in cash.
It's also like anything where it's like you can have an entire crop get some type of disease and disappear.
Yeah,
so you're
exactly,
now out
yeah.
hundreds of thousands of dollars. It makes sense to be insurance for that.
Yeah. Now,
to cover you.
I wonder if the insurance would cover a federal raid.
I don't know.
I know it was a joke, but that's actually
No,
a
it
really
wasn't
good
a joke.
question.
That is
Yeah,
a
really
legitimate
good
question. Yeah.
I'd like to have a legit
It
conversation.
sounds
about that.
it sounds like a joke. It
No, but
sounds
that is
like
illegit
something
because
but
that
that
keeps
is
happening for no reason. These guys are getting raided.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it's been happening, especially in Colorado and stuff. Well, the problem is that Colorado took kind of an odd approach where they went, let's go Wild West with it. Let's have no real rules or regulations over this. And then other states have tried to overrule and overregulate and overtax, right? So Colorado kind of took the opposite approach. The problem with taking that approach is the feds come in and these very legal, dispensaries in that state are getting raided by the federal government. So if you have insurance and the federal government comes in and raids and destroys all your crops, would the insurance then have to cover that? That's actually a really good question.
I would have to, if you're going to buy insurance for one of these businesses, I would make sure there is a rider in there that
Seriously,
covers
yeah,
that.
it says like,
because
hey, if we
like
get
I
raided
said,
by the federal government,
just sounded like I was making a joke.
No.
But no, it was a legitimate
no question.
Yeah, because that's definitely a concern, and that's definitely a major way that these businesses will lose a lot of money.
It's dumb that it's even a thing in the first place.
Right.
Why is this even a thing? I mean, it's just like it shouldn't even be a discussion topic. It should have just been,
Have you seen our administration?
Yeah.
And old Sessions.
The red tape.
Yeah.
He's like an evil Keebler elf.
Yeah, pretty much. He,
Wants to steal our cookies.
if you had gray hair, Joe, you.
I blocked Trump on Twitter. I blocked him on Twitter.
He kept sending
That'll
you
show
messages.
Yeah, and it wasn't for that, and it wasn't because I would get offended by stuff. It was more of people would share stuff that he was tweeting, and then they would have some intense reaction to it. So they would either have the "what a dumb whatever" reaction to
Right.
it, or go you like
Yeah,
they'd have
America.
that. But either way, they'd have some intense reaction to it, and I just got really annoyed with it. So now what happens is, since I blocked him on Twitter, you see the intense reaction, and then underneath it says tweet unavailable.
Oh, that's
So I'm
funny.
like,
That's even better.
Perfect. I don't even know what
Yeah.
happened, and it's great.
Yeah.
But I made the mistake the other day where I said, all right, I saw one reaction, and it was like, this is the most like asinine thing I've ever seen, right? It was one of those kind of reactions. So I went, all right, what is it? So I viewed it, and it was there was two of them.
Can I guess?
There's two. So
Okay. I'm guessing one of them is the one about the contest for the news.
Yes, that's one of them.
Okay.
The other one was
I don't know about that one.
Time Magazine.
Oh, gosh.
And I read both of them, and I went, like, first of all, I went, this is why I blocked Trump on Twitter, because this is ridiculous. The other thing is, it's like I don't find it funny. Like, when I read this type of stuff, I don't find it particularly funny. Like, it makes me feel like this is not a good place to. Can you read the Time Magazine one?
I will read that one, but I just read a new one that.
Oh no!
You know,
if it's a new one, I don't know.
Now
just
these
don't
are
tell
Trump
me.
tweets.
These
right?
are Trump
These
tweets.
are his
And I gotta
actual-
say,
these
if this
are-
was a fake account,
Can you have it do Amazon Echo reading Trump tweets?
that would be very funny. I'll have
Nailed
to set
it.
that up.
Nailed it.
Okay, so he talks
record
so
those
much on here.
if you do
Oh,
Amazon
no, we'll do
Echo.
a video.
If you
Listen,
do,
I'll
I
record the
want to
video.
play them over the air.
Ooh, nice.
Amazon Echo doing Trump tweets.
And
That
we
could be
can
a
put
news
sad
segment.
music behind
All
it.
right.
Yep, that
Here-
could be Joe Young's news segment on the Life Radio show
Boom.
that nobody listens to, including Joe.
Yep.
I listen to it when I'm on it. Okay, here's one. Here's
He
one
isn't
of them.
listening now.
We should have a contest as to which of the networks, plus CNN and not including Fox, is the most dishonest, corrupt, and or distorted in its political coverage of your favorite president, me. They are
Me.
Parentheses me. They are all bad. Winner to receive the fake news trophy.
So
I'm glad he clarified which is our favorite president.
He put
Because
me in
I'd
parentheses.
never guessed that one. If
See,
he hadn't told
no,
me.
if he hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known.
And
For real.
here's one that Time Magazine has said was not true.
Yes, Time
Previ-
Magazine already came out and said this is unequivocally not accurate.
Previous editors of Time Magazine has said it has never been true. He has never been considered. So he says, Time Magazine called to say that I was probably going to be named Person of the Year, like last year, but I would have to agree to an interview and a major photo shoot. I said probably is no good and took a pass. Thanks anyway.
See, that's brilliant. You turn them down before they have a chance not to pick you.
That sounds like a plot from Seinfeld, like a Costanza thing. Like, I'm going to say no before she can say no.
Exactly, yeah.
It's
yeah.
what scares me too. It's not even that he's doing this. It's two things. One, it's the precedent that was set in the election itself, which
Right.
is by showing an extreme lack of empathy and exciting a voter base who otherwise would not have voted, right? Because it's a group of people just
Fringe.
frankly don't
It's-
care.
yeah, it's the fringe,
It's fringe
yeah.
people. So they don't really care. They're not getting out and voting in droves. But here's the thing. So few people vote in this country that if you can excite 5% of those people and get those, same thing happened when Obama got elected. It was a massive amount of people who otherwise would not have voted. And it showed because they didn't vote for Clinton in the states that it really
Right.
mattered. Listen, it doesn't matter if in the entire state of California votes for Hillary Clinton. It's irrelevant. She could win the popular vote by 5 million and lose the presidency. It doesn't matter, right? So you need to get people in Cincinnati, Ohio to vote, right, who otherwise would not have voted. That's what Obama was really good at. And then Trump came in and basically said, hey, by showing an extreme lack of empathy and by speaking directly to fringe people, not caring about the base,
Right.
you could get elected president. And it's such a terrifying precedent that's A, how you could get elected president, and then B, once he's been president, he has then continued to go after the fringe people, which is insane to me, right? Because at some point, don't you have to get back to the
sane
base?
at all. You know, I don't think he's all. He's got
the problem
something.
But the problem is that's not true. He's incredibly sane. He's incredibly intelligent. That's the problem. It's because it's really easy to look at this stuff and dismiss it and go, well, he's an insane person. He's not insane, right? He's not insane. B, he's incredibly intelligent. He's probably one of the most intelligent people in the country, right? He's an incredible, he absolutely
which is frightening.
He's an incredible businessman, but that's the thing. That's what's so terrifying is that everything that's happening is calculated. None of it is on accident. None of it is the ramblings of a crazy person. It is calculated and intentional, and that's really scary.
I choose to believe he's more ignorant than calculated.
I don't think he is.
Maybe I'm just hopeful.
No, I don't think he's ignorant. I think it's all calculated. I think he has figured this thing out. Just like that, like doing the Time Magazine thing. Exactly what he's doing is he knows he's not going to get picked, obviously. So he woke up one day and went, I have a good idea. And he popped on there and he did that. And people love it. People love it. Go look at the comments.
I know.
Other than the people who hate it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But look at the people who they read that and they're like, good job, sticking it to the man. He is not sticking it to anything. This is it's a game to him. He loves it and he's eating it up. And it's just scary because you're setting the precedent for his polar opposite to get in office, which isn't any better either.
Right.
So it's like, I'm nervous about where we're going to go in the future because you're not going to get another one of him. I don't think you're just going to get it flipped on its head. And that also is not a good thing to have because you don't then want to, tick off the entire other side of the base too.
Yeah, because they're the ones with the guns.
Well, and or like extreme identity politics and stuff. Like you don't necessarily want that in office either because you can't get anything accomplished if that's all that you're focusing on. So we'll see where it goes. But I just don't want to dismiss the stuff that Trump does as he's just insane. He's not insane, or he's ignorant or he's stupid. No, he's not. He's none of those things, which is what makes it really scary to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I just keep hoping that he's insane.
He's not. Keep hoping.
Maybe. Well, I am then. I'll be insane. I'll be insane enough for me and Trump,
and that's all that matters.
It's
personal happiness.
Because
sure.
Here's the thing. I mean, you said you don't know where the country's going with all this. I know where the country's going, and fortunately, I think it's going to cause a boom in comedy club business. Because people are going to want to laugh at all this stupid crap.
That's a great idea. And speaking of comedy clubs, this weekend at Wiley's Comedy Joint,
Jeff
and
Tate,
the Oregon District,
and you're going, Jeff 101
Tate,
Pine Street in downtown Dayton's
Joe
beautiful
Young,
and historic Oregon District.
I tell you what, if you call right now, I will buy your tickets.
You heard it, yeah. Well, he's shaking his head. He's seeing if anybody will actually call.
Yeah.
So prove Joe wrong. Call 775-5555. Put your sandwich down for 2 seconds. And call and make Joe Young eat his words, and then you can go back to eating your sandwich.
And that number is 937-755.
755. Now you just confused everybody. 775-5555.
That's a lot of fives.
That's a lot of fives. Why they couldn't get the other five? It would just make it 755. It had to be 775.
It was 775. Yeah, because they can only get 5 fives.
Somebody needs to be fired.
Yeah.
I didn't have where else to go with that. So
I don't think we've had anywhere else to go at all.
I needed you to pick it up.
Exactly. A female nurse posed as a male doctor so she could con them into sending her explicit photos of themselves. Adele Rennie, 27 years old, used a host of aliases in a voice-changing app to mask her true identity while trawling social media sites to find victims for her ruse. Rennie, a former staff nurse at Cross House Hospital in Ayrshire, England, also pretended close relatives were dying so that she could gain sympathy. She has now admitted 18 separate charges of stalking, causing fear and alarm, sexual offenses, data protection breaches, and attempting to pervert justice and breaching bail conditions between 2012 and 2016. So a 27-year-old female has to pose as a doctor in order to get men to send them pictures of their junk. When I have so many female friends that get unsolicited pics like that all the time. So
she sounds like she can make a pretty good president.
Yeah.
Start it back to. Can we just make every single news article go back to Trump and make Don feel uncomfortable?
Joe, just tweet her a Peter pic. That's
Twitter a Peter.
Twitter a Peter.
I'm not one of those comedians. You've heard of comedians that do that. I am not one of them. I don't have a Zoom that's big enough.
A Zoom.
A Zoom. Like a Zoom
on my I thought you said a Zune.
I don't have a Zune.
Like the failed Microsoft's
it was Microsoft's iPod.
Yeah.
I had one.
Did you have a Zune?
It was cool.
Why is that not surprising to me that you had a Zune?
He had a Zune, but now he doesn't have a Zune.
You look like you still have a Zune.
I don't think so.
You're holding out hope.
I wish I did because they're going to come back. You know,
do you have the HD DVD system too?
No, but I Could have. I almost did.
Yeah. Were you one of those people that thought that was going to beat out Blu-ray?
No, I pretty much stuck with Blu-ray once it already came with the PlayStation.
Yeah.
That
was the deciding factor.
The
PlayStation killed HD
the porn
DVD.
industry.
Yep.
Surprisingly, the porn industry picks a lot of those things.
Absolutely, they
Laserdisc and DVD were head and head until the porn industry went with DVD.
Well, that's why VHS won over Betamax, and then the
sales exploded.
Yeah.
That was for me.
Get it?
Wiley's comedy joke.
Hey, bazinga!
Yep, that is not indicative of shows
no.
at Wiley's.
Oh no, that's indicative of show at Wiley's for sure.
But no, I've known that for some time, that the porn industry usually picks what format.
Well, and it's, I mean, even like Apple, they tend to dictate trends. So that's why when they got rid of the headphone jack on their phones, myself included, a lot of people really complained about it. But even just in the short amount of time they did that, Bluetooth technology has gone through the roof. Yeah. I mean, it's way better now. Battery life's getting better in those things.
Yeah.
So they tend to dictate the market. Yeah. I don't know how this is connected to what we were just talking about, but every news article you give, Joe and I are going to turn it back into
that's good to
Trump and technology.
Just Trump my news stories.
Trumpnology. That's
the segment of this.
Nailed it.
Is Trump my news stories?
Okay, give it to us.
North Korea.
Oh well, this will be easy.
Yeah, North Korea has reportedly banned gatherings that involve drinking alcohol and singing, in new measures designed to stifle the impact of crippling international sanctions over the Hermit Kingdom's ongoing missile tests. The apparent ban on fun was reported by South Korea's National Intelligence Bureau during a closed-door briefing on Monday. Pyongyang has devised a system whereby party organs. This just got weird. I don't know what a party organ is.
You don't know what a party that.
Hey,
I have a party organ.
Well,
we're not going to talk about it.
Tweeter and the Peter Pigs.
If you want to see Joe's party organ,
bring
come down to Wiley's Comedy
organ,
Club on
Joe.
Saturday.
If anybody knows how to play the party organ,
yep, that's more of a party piccolo.
That's another sports.
That's not even a party flute.
Slide into Joe's DMs if you play the party piccolo.
Joe Young Comedy on Twitter.
Oh man. Anyway, we're done with that. Is anybody really surprised that North Korea?
It sounds like
banned gatherings?
When did North Korea become a Mormon country? Don't they already have bans on dancing and alcohol?
The crackdown follows a surprise cancellation of the popular Pyongyang Beer Festival back in July during a period of sustained drought. You would think with the sustained drought, you'd want the beer, or at least something to drink. If I would,
You know what's big over there in North Korea is meth. They do. I swear,
is that true?
Look it up.
If
I'm wrong,
true.
I could be wrong, but I've heard
North
that
Korean meth crisis
is huge in North Korea.
Why not?
North
they got to do
Korean
something.
meth crisis.
If I lived in North Korea, I would do meth.
Oh yeah.
And if you're doing meth now, get help, guys. We're not in North Korea.
No,
things aren't that bad yet.
No.
Yeah.
I wonder what North Korea.
Besides, if you live in Dayton, should be heroin.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be, you don't go to Vegas and not play slots.
Yeah, win in Rome.
Dayton, at least do heroin. Don't
win in Rome.
Don't do meth. Win in Rome.
North Koreans who already endure severe restrictions on their travel and freedoms have also been forbidden from expressing gratitude to their mothers on Mother's Day, out of concern that it detracts from their enforced adulation of dictator Kim Jong-un.
He kind of looks like a mother.
He does.
He's got a very motherly body.
He is a mother.
He has a very motherly body.
Very
wide hips.
Yeah, he looks like he can bake.
He has very wide hips.
Yeah, Mama Kim.
That's right. Mama Kim.
I assume, Mama Kim.
Yeah. Gosh. No one's listening to this right now. This is absurd.
No, pretty much not.
This is absurd.
Because Kim is like the last name first. They do that over there.
Sure.
Kim Jong-un came from Kim Jong-il, so I guess he would be just Un. If you were just to shorten it, it would be Un.
I think Un or Uno. And then
Uno,
his next is Uno and Dos, I believe. Kim Dos.
It
sounds
Kim
like a
Jong
drink.
Dos.
Kim Jong Dos.
Dos Equis, which they're not allowed to drink anymore.
No,
exactly.
They canceled the Dos Equis festival.
Speaking of North Korea, did you guys see that guy that escaped? He was like a guard in North Korea, and he escaped. He ran. They have the security.
Is this
footage.
a setup for a bit, or are you telling the real story?
No. He escaped.
I can't trust you guys.
He stole a car and he drove and he ran away. They shot him and he played dead or he laid there And then you can see a little bit later South Korea soldiers pulling him across the line, and now I guess he's doing okay. But it's nuts. And now they changed all the guards because they were worried about that. Maybe that's part of why they're banning the gatherings or what. But I think something big's going to happen soon over there, hopefully.
I feel like Joe has a lot more North Korean knowledge than I had it.
I've given up on America.
You've just only been studying North Korea.
Yeah, America Plus.
It was Trump my news, now it's Un my news.
Un my news.
He's Un my news story.
Look at you, Don. Killing it.
Yeah, you news Uner. Huh? No, it's yeah. Anyway, moving on. Finnish bakery and food service company Fazer launched on Thursday what it said was the world's first insect-based bread to be offered to consumers in stores. The bread, made from a flour ground from dried crickets, as well as wheat flour and seeds, contains more protein than normal wheat bread. Each loaf contains about 70 crickets and costs €3.99, about $4.72 US dollars, compared to 2 to 3 euros for a regular wheat loaf. So the insects cost more.
Makes sense.
Johanny Sibikov, head of innovation at Fazer Bakeries, says it offers consumers a good protein source and also gives them an easy way to familiarize themselves with insect-based food. The demand to find more food sources and the desire to treat animals more humanely have raised interest in using insects as protein source in several Western countries.
If you want insects in your bread, you just go to McDonald's on Main Street.
Exactly.
And
you get your cricket burger.
Lots of protein.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a roach burger there.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, are we really? And here's the thing: if we're just clamoring to treat animals better, so we're going to start eating.
Why
insects,
are you grinding up insects?
Where are the insect activists?
Well, there's always some weird line. So here's the thing: it sounds like a joke now. Where we're like, oh well. Like, yeah, insect activists, right? It sounds like a joke now, but the problem is that line will inevitably shift.
Right.
You don't know when it's going to shift, but there will be a line shift.
Right.
Where
and eventually
then that becomes an issue, and then we start using this thing, and then
we'll just,
10 years later, that becomes a,
And eventually we'll learn that Soylent Green is made of people.
There you go.
And
X-Files. Nailed it.
Yes.
But for now...
Did you say X-Files?
It is X-Files.
Soylent Green is
That's
not.
old school, man.
Soylent Green is... Clockwork Orange, I believe. No?
That's before that, man.
Oh, it is?
What is it, Don?
It's from an older...
Yeah, because the original movie was actually Charlton Heston.
Well, okay, so so that is the password.
Which is actually, the movie's called Soylent Green.
Oh, it is.
The reason why I'm saying that's because in the X-Files, that was their password to get their computer system.
Oh.
Soylent Green is people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's,
So I assume that's what you were referencing.
So, no, I was referencing the movie, Soylent Green.
Well, I'm like 28, so...
Well, it's before my time, too. It's just I go back. I don't stay in one era,
right.
man. I'm all over the place.
Welcome to Grandpa Don's
Exactly.
movie review
hour. Grandpa Don's movie review hour.
Back in my day.
Let's talk about Soylent Green with Charles Heston.
Charles Heston. We call him Old
when
Charlie
you're going to do
H.
a radio
Old
show,
Charlie H.
your knowledge has to span the decades and centuries.
Listen, I have a radio show.
Right, and you review movies, and you've never heard of Soylent Green.
No.
It's a classic.
Nicolas Cage is not in that movie.
That's like saying
Cage
Gone
in
with
that
the
movie?
Wind. What's that about? He probably was. He probably, we just didn't see him
He
at
tried.
the time. Yes.
I have not seen Gone with the Wind. Is that okay?
I've never seen Gone with the Wind
okay.
either.
That's okay.
I've never seen The Godfather Part 2.
I've
or
never
3.
seen...
The Godfather Part 2 is good.
Well,
Godfather
speaking
Part
of
3, save
Godfather,
your time.
you guys do know that does have a connection to Nicolas Cage, correct?
Yes, his uncle,
There you go.
Francis Ford Coppola,
Yep.
right?
Oh, well, yeah, that's why that's probably why he's able
Has
to
a
get
career,
moved.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I do appreciate the fact that he changed his name, though. He didn't want to write off the Coppola name. That's going to mean something, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Plus, Cage sounds cooler.
It does.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Nicolas Cage.
But it's funny because he can't be caged.
Yeah, he's
I'm
uncaged.
sorry.
Nicholas Uncaged?
Yeah.
Nicholas, that should have been your podcast name. Is it too late to change it?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Nick, I'm going
Because
to
of
start my own.
branding, like we were
Nicholas
talking about.
Uncaged.
Yeah.
Just do Nick
Nicholas
Uncaged.
Uncaged.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
You should start your own podcast where you review Nicolas Cage movies. And I'll guest.
If you like
I'm
Nick-
trying to find one more news story we can do before we go. But go ahead, Joe. You were
I was
going to
just
say
going to
something?
say, I was going to plug our show. We're
Sure.
doing, if you haven't listened to the podcast, it's the Nicolas Cage review hour.
Movie review.
Movie review hour.
Get it
You
right,
messed,
Joe.
You messed that up in the introduction to the podcast after your comedy.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, we're doing a live recording.
We are.
And what day is that?
December 7th. It's next Thursday.
And we are going to be reviewing the movie
Face Off.
Face Off.
Oh, that's
John Travolta?
That's
Nicolas Cage.
Face Off.
They switch faces.
That's a classic on two terrible levels.
It is.
Because you don't just have Nicolas Cage, you got John Travolta.
You got John Travolta too.
Yeah.
But more importantly, you have John Travolta pretending to be Nicolas Cage
and
vice
Cage.
versa.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, juicy.
Which is just an
fantastic,
incredible
yes.
combination. So if you've never seen the movie, go watch the movie and then come out to our show. It's $5 at the door. Doors open at 7:30.
At Wiley.
At Wiley's Comedy Club, Comedy Joint, Comedy Nightclub, plain old Wiley's. You can find them on Facebook, but you got to figure out which one you want to search because there's two different names. So, but you should be able to find them.
Yeah, one doesn't have a picture and really hasn't had an update
There
in
you
about
go.
3 years. So don't ignore that one. It doesn't exist. Go with the current one, man.
There you go. Which is, I think, Club or Joint?
It's Club again.
Okay, Club again.
Yeah. We're trying to get rid of the joint altogether.
We're trying, yep.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You'll take the joint?
I'll take the
All
joint.
right. Everybody give your joints to Joe. He could use them.
Yeah.
Look at Joe.
Medical.
Yeah, Medical Joe.
We're bringing it full
He
circle.
needs medical something.
We're bringing it full circle. It just started the whole thing off. Joe said he needed to go to the medical thing. Boom.
Good job. Good job.
Don,
I know there's a
man,
reason
you're
I
welcome,
invited
Don.
you guys on.
You're welcome
I missed him.
for all of this.
You're the only one who misses Tim.
Yeah.
Tim was the glue that would have held this show together.
No,
Tim-
Tim
Tim doesn't
Tim is
miss
actually
Tim.
here. He just doesn't talk into the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tim,
yeah, that's-
what do you think about that, bud?
Yeah, he's just paused. He's just pausing still. All right, I think we're going to take a little break because I got to run down the hall, and we'll be back here shortly
All right.
with more radio excitement
Whatever this is.
here on the
right.
Life Radio something. We'll be back in a minute. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's podcast network. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Twitter repeater.
Tweeter repeater.